Hello, it's Sandra from SandraR back again with another project. My project today is this Father's Day chocolate gift box, and it's a shadow box. Now these shadow boxes seem to be very popular at the moment, and my lovely friend Linda Parker at papercraftwithcrafty.co.uk has made several different shadow boxes recently, and that's where I got the idea from to make my shadow box. And my shadow box is slightly different in size because I've got a different sized chocolate bar, and I am doing my shadow box today in centimetres instead of inches because my cousin recently told me that in school these days they don't teach feet and inches, they teach centimetres and millimetres, and so I thought, well, perhaps that's the case with a lot of young people who might watch my videos, that they work in centimetres and don't understand my inches. So that's why I've done the shadow boxes in centimetres today. So this is like a belly band I've created, and I've made my own designer series paper here. I'm going to show you quickly how I did that in a moment, but this is my little shadow box, and inside is a lovely bar of Cadbury's Bournville. I do prefer dark chocolate, and this is a 100-gram bar, so in case you would like to make this too, it fits a 100-gram bar of chocolate, so that would be a 100-gram bar of, say, dairy milk, or a 100-gram bar of Bournville. So that's my shadow box that we're going to make today, and I'm going to show you how I made it. And I'm going to quickly start with my own designer series paper, which I have more or less finished, and I didn't want to take too much time up showing you this because I recently made a Ferrero Rocher box with my own homemade designer series paper and did some gold embossing on it as well. So I just want to finish this off and show you how I created it. I'm a fan at the moment of making my own designer series paper because I would prefer to buy a stamp set than a pack of paper. That's just me. I just feel that I can do a lot more with stamp sets. So I bought this Swirly Bird stamp set recently, and at first I thought, not sure about this, wasn't sure if I could really do much with it because I could just see a load of swirls. But these little swirls here are meant to be flowers, and then you've got leaves and little flowers that match it. And then you can also create, at first I thought this shape here was just a shape, and I thought, well, that's quirky. And then I saw in the catalogue that it actually makes a kite. And so I've stamped the little kite out so that you can see that the two slip together side by side and make a kite with a ribbon tail. And then you can also make a boat with these here and this here, and that's the little boat shape and with a flag. And you can also do a little bird's nest. So this stamp set has a lot of possibilities, so I thought I would just show you that today. So we're going to finish off my homemade designer series paper, and I'm using Perfect Plum here to just finish this off. And in between my little, what was supposed to be a kite, I'm just going to stick a little flower because I think that looks good. So you can make your own designer series paper, and of course it doesn't matter what stamp set you use. You can just go ahead and create your own, and then you've got a unique paper that you've made with so many different stamp sets that you could make your own paper with. So just give it a go, why not? So I'm just randomly finishing this off where I think it needs perhaps a bit more colour. I'm just doing that. And I think that looks good now. I don't think it probably needs much more than that. So we'll clean that off and put that to one side. And then while I'm doing that, I think I might just stamp my sentiment. So I'm using my sentiment from the You're So Sweet stamp set, and I'm using the Just For You. So I'll get my block. And then I'm going to stamp that out in the perfect plum. I think that's good. So that's our sentiment done, and I'll cut that out in a moment. So now we're going to have a go at making the shadow box. So I'll get my scratch paper out of the way. Don't want to see that in there. So we're using centimetres today, and so I've put my little centimetre board on here, and this measures 28 by 17.5 centimetres, and we're going to score it on all four sides at 1, 2, 3 and 4 centimetres. So you just turn it all the way round and score it at 1, 2, and it couldn't be easier really. I mean, I think you'll find that 1 centimetre is more or less half an inch. But I think it is true to say that children do work in centimetres at school now. And they probably think, what is this inches this woman is using? It's strange. So we've scored that on all four sides at 1, 2, 3 and 4 centimetres. And on the short sides, we also need to score it down to the second score line. We score that at 5 centimetres. And then in order to do it on the opposite side, we need to flip it and score it at 5 down to the 2. And then I'm going to the opposite end and scoring at 5 and flipping it over to the opposite side down to 5. And that's the scoring done, so we can get rid of the board. So now we're going to fold all our lines. So I thought these shadow boxes were quite difficult to do, but after watching my friend Linda's video, I thought, well, that looks really good, and I really will have a go at that. And they look complicated, but they really aren't. And they're so addictive, because once you've made one, you think, do you know what, I want to have a go at that and do something else. So they are quite addictive once you get going on them. Right then. So basically now we need to get rid of these 4 corners. So you've got 16 diddy little squares and you need to cut all of those out. So we're going to cut all of those out first. And then where you've got your little score lines on the end here, you're going to snip those away, and then you need to come and snip across at an angle across that corner there. Like that. rid of the bits. So it's not really complicated to make this. And there we are. So now we need our double-sided tape, sticky tape, and we are going to stick it to the outside edge here. Like that. And then we're going to put a little piece across this end piece here. Right. So we're going to start with the long edges, and I'll get my pokey tool and we're just going to lift that up. Like that. And then you fold it down where that second score line is, and then when you pop it up it stands up like that. Clever, eh? I think it's clever anyway. So fold that down like that, and then that pops up, and then on the end bits here you just need to put a piece of Tombow glue across that little slanty bit there, well, when it comes out the bottle. And then we're going to lift off the sticky bit, and then you just show it who's boss, wrap it round and fold it, and you hold it down for a few seconds to make sure that the Tombow sticks. So I'll just hold that for a few seconds, and then we're going to do the same at the other end. Bit of Tombow here and here. So just get your bone folder and rub that across the top corner there to make sure that the Tombow starts to stick down on that corner. And that's done. So lid on that, and now we get our designer paper that we've made, And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my scoring board in a moment, but I'm going to fold like that and fold like that, and then I'm going to get my scoring tool and I'm going to make a score. I think I'll do it on the back. I think I can see where it's meant to be better. So on here it's working out to be 17 centimetres, and then I'm just going to move that down to the 8 centimetre mark, because that seems to be where that mark is. And then get my bone folder and just burnish that. And then we need to mark round. This ensures that you get a nice snug fit. So mark that, and then do the same this side, like that. So that looks like that's on the 18 mark. And this one I'm going to move that to the 7. And mark that down there. That's it. Move that out of the way. And then we're going to burnish those lines too. And then we can fit it round our box. Right, so chocolate bar in. Fits snugly, but it fits. Wrap this round. And then I'm going to get my Tombow again and run a line down. So, and make sure that the join is nice and perfectly lined up. And while that's just drying off for a moment, I'm going to get the sentiment. What I've done here is I've stamped that out, and I'm just going to cut round that. I do have the matching frame that dies for this, but I think that it's just as easy to cut round it for the purposes of a video. It saves me getting more equipment out onto the desk. So this would be perfect as a little treat to give your dad on Father's Day. You could even put a little gift gift tag in with it if you wanted to. Give him a little extra something, a gift card or some vouchers. And I think that would be a perfect present. So, a bit of Tombow. Oh no, I think I stuck that on with dimensionals, so we'll pop that on with a few dimensionals. So, if you want to finish it off, I put some of this glitter tape that I got during celebration, and you can run that round there, which I shall do quickly. If you don't have the glitter tape, then maybe you've got some suitable washi tape, or if you wanted to get the glimmer paper, you could cut a 1/2-inch strip of glimmer paper if you didn't have this glitter tape, and that would look good too. And I think this just finishes it off nicely. And there we have it. So, to open it, you just push it along, and there you have your beautiful chocolate bar. Looks like that's in upside down, never mind. So that's my project for today. Hope you like it. Maybe you'll make one for your dad on Father's Day. So until next time from me, it's bye for now. Bye.